Hello and welcome to another session of Kitsch Witch Tarot where we're kitschy and witchy. And today I want to show you a couple things. We're going to do a reading here. I took a little break. It's that time of year when biorhythms go down and sometimes the message is take care of yourself and just don't do anything. So that's been the message lately. So today I want to do a reading. Two or three cards, I think it's 2 cards, popped out of this deck when I was shuffling them. Seasons of the Witch, as you can see, it's Christmas edition, Yule Oracle. So I've got some cards to pop out of there. First, I took a card out of the Enchanted Map deck. They're beautiful cards and they have beautiful messages. And I chose one out of this deck for a shout out to my friend Eric in the Netherlands, and I hope you feel better. The card is Heal the Ouch. It's card number 38, which is an 11. Master number, healing number, heal the ouch. And I hope you heal soon, my friend, and you're back on your feet and I get to see more of you. Okay? And then we have, these are the cards that popped out. Let's just take all the cards that popped out. Believe it or not, Father Christmas popped out. That's the first one that I saw. How did you get here? Lost perhaps? No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost. For the good still lives in you, dear. Sometimes these are goofy messages. But Father Christmas, very, very important for this time of year, for it to pop out. The Star, which also in tarot is the wish fulfillment card, number 17. And this is number 36, which are divine numbers. Follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light, not too dark. A shimmer of what is coming next. And that's appropriate. We're closing out cycles. The end of the year, the end of karmic cycles, a 9-year. Appropriate, the Star. And Solstice popped out. And that's appropriate because we are getting closer to the winter solstice. I'm a winter solstice baby. I was born between Christmas and New Year's. That's all I'm going to tell you. So that's appropriate. Okay, we're going to put those back. I want to keep the Star out front. I want to put that up front for my friend Eric. It's never too late to start over. This is what Froggy Self-Care is telling us today. It's never too late to start over. This is true. It is never too late to start over. And here we send healing wishes and vibes and lots of love to Eric in the Netherlands. Okay, today we're going to use Pause Tarot. Haven't used it for a while. One of my favorites, Kitty Cat Tarot. My kitty cat was just here putting her energy all over the cards, and before I could get the camera turned on, she made a pass at the end of the table there, and she'll probably be back. I just want to do a general reading for the end of the year, the end of these cycles, and just see what comes up and just kind of be natural and let it flow. It's the way I roll. Alrighty. What do you have to say to the divine today? What's going on within and without that you'd like to whisper, not to shout? Sorry, the poet in me is really corny sometimes. I apologize for filling the silence. I don't want you just sitting there watching me shuffle. Pop out and give us your wisdom. The pop outs work much better. For years, I just knew when to stop shuffling intuitively. Worked out stellar. It wouldn't make any difference with the pop outs. When you do that, the pop outs are always a little more special, so I just shuffle the pop out now because they are directly direct message from the cards. The first one is Strength card. That is number 8, Strength. Number 8 on its side is Infinity. You have infinite strength. Look at that. That's also fire. Leo relates to Leo, fire sign. 2 of Pentacles, Balance. You are moving towards balance. Check you out. Balance in all earthly things. Strong balance in all earthly things. Ace of Pentacles. This is the fulfillment card of all monetary earthly rewards. The ace is the ace. You aced it. You aced it. Pentacles relates to Capricorn. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups, obviously, is what it looks like. Loss and sorrow. Okay, so you, whatever this was, your loss and your sorrow, see that's at the end of the reading? It's because it's the ending of that cycle. Everything that's going on in tarot these days is all about endings, endings. We're getting nines. All the 9 cards coming out, but the ending, the major arcana ending cards, and yeah. So this is at the end. It's very, metaphoric sometimes. But it's at the end this time instead of at the beginning like it usually is. This is telling you you have strong balance and success over what was lost. Something was lost. That is sorrow and loss. Okay? And it's a 5, which is always the card of change. And cups are generally about love, but this is about losing love, being disillusioned and being in a state of sorrow, and that's over. Temperance, another balance card. It says right here, you're balanced, and then we have temperance, so I'm going to put that under there. So balance is underscored. Balance, minor arcana, major arcana. Balance, manifestation, successful manifesting, putting good energy out to the universe, getting good energy back. Ace of Wands, the card of ultimate manifestation. I'm getting back what you put out there, which I was just saying. As tarot tends to do, you get, after reading for a while, you anticipate the next card, and you're already talking about what the next card is before you turn it over. I just adore it when that happens. Should have signposts that you're on track. Justice, one of my favorite cards. Justice card. Card 11, another master number, healing number. So you've got balance, success, 2 aces in a reading. It's very auspicious, very fortunate. Strength card, major arcana, justice, major arcana. This is just temperance, major arcana. It's just a great reading so far. 7 of Wands. So this is you having the upper hand in whatever you have been dealing with or whatever you will deal with. You always have the upper hand. You're the divine collective. You've got the upper hand right now. Anyway, is what it's saying. And on the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups energy. So that's the Queen of Love. Is this going to turn towards a love reading, I wonder? Okay. And we're going to shuffle a little bit more. I don't want to clarify with another deck. I'm just going to roll with it, man. Just do whatever comes to me. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, this is hanging on, staying still, not moving, not doing anything. So basically, you don't have to do anything. You've got some kind of love coming, and there's not a thing you have to do. Sit back and let it come to you. And I know this for a fact because this message has been coming up a lot. I know exactly what it's saying. Okay, a couple more of these, and then we're going to move on. I don't want to make this a real long one. I always say that, but like I said, I'm just a driver. I don't know the destination myself. 4 of Wands, okay? Wands are manifestation, action. 4 is stability. That's the 11-11 portal, those 2 wands on each side, and you made it. You made it through the portal. You made it. Successful collaboration, possible marriage even, or partnership of some sort, suggesting romance, but of any kind, really. And then the 2 cards under here are majors. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means the wheel takes a turn, okay? Ending of the cycle. The wheel's taking a turn. You're starting a new cycle. And the High Priestess. This is your intuition. You have all the wisdom you need inside you. Everybody does. Okay? Listen to your High Priestess. Okay, so we're going to put these down because these popped up. And, yeah, that's really cool. That's really a cool reading, honestly, guys. It really is. It's kind of zeroing in more on specifics than the readings have been lately. Okay, let's move on. Let's move along here. And, no, I don't think I want to clarify those. Use a lot of these lately. Let's get rid of Tarot of the Siberian Way. I've used those a lot lately, so that's... It's not as arctic today. The sun came out for a little while today, which we haven't seen in a month. Hasn't been this way for couple decades, but it's nice that it's back. And so we won't use the Arctic Siberian today. We're going to clarify with the Banned Book Tarot, one of my favorites. Banned Book Tarot deck, because it has a couple layers to this, and I've been working with them a lot, so I understand them a lot better. Okay, Knight of Inkwell. So that's the Knight of Cups. That is incoming love offer, and it correlates to the book Forever. Not familiar with that book. I could look it up, but I don't really want to sit here reading to you. I don't like it when readers pick up books and start reading. It's like, no, I feel like I'm at home with my dad reading this. Everything, yeah, everything my dad would read, he'd always have to read to us. It's like, Dad, please don't always read to us. Okay, sorry, I digress. Anyway, so forever, and that goes well with your proposal, your incoming love. Forever, it looks like a soulmate attraction. So we're going to put that over here with the Queen of Cups and Destiny, which happen to be on top of each other, which is perfect, because that's what that means. Four of Pens, so that's swords. Four of Swords means you're in repose. You need to rest, and that's what this card said. You don't need to do anything for that love to come to you. You sit still like the Four of Pentacles. Don't do anything. Whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it. You don't have to do anything more. Go with the flow. Let that be your role. Life will take you where you need to go. Pay attention to the signs, though. Okay, what else do you have to tell us? So, good reading. Knight of Words, which is Wands. Knight of Wands is action. The Knight of Action, coming in with action, adventure, passion. It correlates to the book Call of the Wild by Jack London. Used to have that book as a little girl. Great story, great book. Call of the Wild. So it goes perfectly with the Knight of Wands. The fiery, adventurous, passionate knight coming in, and that could do with your love offer over here. We're going to stick that over here. And the Hierophant. Lord of the Rings is what it relates to. The book it correlates to. And the Hierophant just means something divinely attained, divine guidance. If you're spiritual and religious, this could mean, you know, your higher power divinely guiding you. You know, I mean, you have to relate it to also the book that it correlates to. So it does have a double layer of meanings that I like about these cards, because the Lord of the Rings, I do happen to know about this story. I've seen the trilogy. My son has the books and the movies, and so I understand, you know, the quest. Your divine quest is what this is saying. So you're on this divine quest. And I'm going to put that over here with High Priestess, because you have to trust your intuition. You're on a divine quest. You're on the right path. You're exactly where you need to be. You don't have to do anything to get your new journey, your new chapter that's starting. And the reason 9 year goes into 10, 9 is the closing of the chapters, the karmic cycle. And then next year is a 10 year. Numerology, you add the numbers together, it's 10. Which 10s are endings. In tarot 10 cards, I mean, in just a lot of things, 10s are endings, right? So especially in tarot, 10s mean endings. But when you break the 10 down, it's a 1. So it's an ending and a new beginning. That's why it's so symbolic. So this karmic cycle is being closed out in 2025. 2026 is the official ending and the new beginning. It's the Alpha and the Omega, okay? So since that's major and that came out was relevant into our reading, I'm going to put that down. I think I'm going to put this one as another major, and I'm going to stop here. Because this is your ending card, 10, another 10, 10 of Cups. That is the ultimate wish, life fulfillment of love, abundance, and just your happily ever after. So that's where your new beginning is taking you. And the Chariot is also another major, and it just means energy. This is where you're going. Like I said, this is where it's taking you. So that's what that means. Okay. It's really a good, very good reading, guys. You know, I really like this deck, the Inner Worlds. I had it for a while. I have a lot of decks, so it wasn't one of my go-tos, and then I started using it after kind of going, well, what else do I have, you know? Kind of wanted to use different ones, and I wanted to use the same things over and over. And I pulled it out and really started using it, and this really has a lot of insight, the Inner Worlds, and that's why I bought it, because Inner World, I mean, I've got a very vivid inner world, so that really resonates with me, and Inner World is what it's all about, isn't it? Everything, yeah, it starts with the end. Everything starts within you before it manifests into something out here. Technically speaking. Okay, so 2 of these popped out. First one is Inner Overwhelm. And this year has been an inner overwhelm for, I think, many of us, most of us, all of us. Sensory overload, hyper-awareness, feeling bombarded, mental noise, emotional intensity, need for pause, grounding, filtering, stimuli. Yep, that's 100%. When input floods your senses, stillness offers refuge. Acknowledge the overwhelm, seek the quiet within. And that's the time of year this is. That's why I haven't made a video for a week. That was the energy to follow. So seek the quiet within. And between worlds. Wow, that's appropriate. Because timelines, we are between timelines, this little hallway wormhole of timelines collapsing upon each other. And it's been rough, but we're coming out the other end of that. It's the ending of the cycle. We're coming out the other end of that hallway now, and things are starting to feel lighter. And there's more clarity and more insight and more reflection from the retrogrades that, just closing out the karmic cycle. So, perfect. Between worlds. Absolutely. Pardon me. I almost got away with one without having to clear my throat. Ooh, the one on the bottom I'm going to take, because if you watch my videos, you know that whenever a card comes up that is the prototype of the box, to me that underscores the meaning. And I looked on the bottom and that's what it was. I went, wait a minute, that's the box. I've never pulled this card up yet, believe it or not. So, Inner Universe. Oh, another appropriate one. And very seasonal. Time of hibernation and repose, right? Within you orbits a universe of feeling, thought, and potential. Look inward. The cosmos awaits its own curious explorer. Seek and you shall find. It's just waiting for you to find it and see it. And I saw something recently that I've overlooked for a few years. Surprised me. Discovered it in one of the readings I did recently where I kind of weirded out and showed you my wand. I just had this sudden realization and it just jolted me. So that's appropriate. Okay. Threadbare self, depletion. Worn thin, frayed vitality. Disconnect, stretched capacity, maintaining form, need for restoration, inner nourishment. When the inner fabric wears thin, heed the soul's whisper for rest. Your vital self calls for mending beneath the weary form. Okay. Yeah, we can all relate to that. Okay, I'm going to wrap up with a dead inside, and I'm going to do a shout out to my Huckleberry, Michelle. I miss you, girl. But I wouldn't wish this valley on you. I'm glad you got out. Okay, I'll get out someday too. Someday. What does dead inside have to tell us? A little bit of levity, a little bit of truth with levity, a little bit of drama. What do you have? I like these cards. I just like them to be a little lighter sometimes. But sometimes the energy's not light. Wake, work, scroll, repeat. Burnout cycle, routine collapse. Yeah, that's how we all feel at the end of the year, don't we? All the working people, especially the ones who are out in the workforce every day, being the heroes, still waiting on a sign. Doubts, impatience, divine silence. Wow. Still waiting on a sign. Well, maybe we can clear up that sign for you. Maybe we'll leave this one out and see if we can clear something up. Vanishing while meditating. Mind fog, awareness collapse. This was the energy up until just the last day or two. Vanish while meditating. Maybe just unable to focus, unable to concentrate, just mind fog. And that was definitely the energy we've been in for a while, which is so funny because in a place where it's sunny almost all year round, every dang day, we have had no sun for a month. And it has been literally foggy here, which is such a metaphor for the mental fog. Alright, I want to know, too many of these is toxic, so we don't need too many. We just need a little indication of where we need to go. Okay, so I'm going to take out, oops, just made a mess. What else is new when I'm doing my readings? There's cards and boxes everywhere. Okay. One of these days I'm going to have a dedicated desk Right now the computer desk area is for another family member, which is fine, because this is fine now. Works for me. The only thing is I can't keep it set up. I have to take it down. Okay, so opposition, number 8. Opposition. Take it as it resonates. Opposition, it looks like you kind of kicked your opposition's butt. So whatever has been opposing you, it looks like you hurt them. Metaphorically speaking, okay? Don't take these literally. What has been opposing you and causing you grief, okay? You kicked its butt. Closing out that karmic cycle. Okay. Okay, Kipper's deck. Talk to us. Talk to us about this card. Still waiting on a sign. What kind of a sign are you waiting on, guys? Gift. You're waiting on a sign. This could be superficial. You're waiting on a sign that you're going to get the gift you want, but that's not the spiritual meaning. The spiritual meaning is that you're waiting on a sign. The gift suggests it's a spiritual kind of waiting, like you're waiting for the download. You're spiritual and intuitive, and you're waiting for the download to finally give you the green light or reassurance or whatever it is that you're in doubt about. Divination. Okay, divination. That's what we're doing. The gift of divination. Okay. This comes up a lot with me. Gift of divination. And it doesn't matter if they're in the same spot or not, because I shuffle and they just pop out when they want to. And I do shuffle them well. Courthouse. Okay? So you can take that literally if you want. You can take it metaphorically speaking. Courthouse is a symbol for justice. It's number 23, which is a 5, which 23 is my dad's number, actually. So, hi, Dad. But it's also a 5, which is the number for change. So maybe there's some kind of change in justice. Maybe you've discovered your spiritual gift for divination, and you're living the life that you've always deserved. Maybe that's the case, because I know that I'm finally living my bliss. This is my bliss. Nice guy. Okay, nice guy. We got to get some direction here. Uh-oh, blocked. Something's blocked. Then it says nice guy. Okay, so this is starting to make sense. Nice guy. You are... This keeps going... The love readings keep going back to you being a male. They're really genderless readings, but in my intuition says it's a male. You're a nice guy, and you know, maybe you're romantic about somebody, and you kind of feel blocked for some reason. Something's blocking you, and this has to do with waiting on a sign. Still waiting on a sign. Okay, but then you've got this gift of divination. This is what I'm trying to give you. Share with you my gift of divination, and that just means justice. Gift of divination. You know, you got justice coming. Or you need justice. You're trying to find justice. You're trying to find answers. We'll put some more cards down, but you're a nice guy. Whatever you're waiting to find out, or you're waiting on an answer, it's blocked right now. Okay. Why is it blocked? Divine masculine. Soulmate. Okay. Whoever you are, and whoever it is your prospect is, it looks like a soulmate connection. That's been coming up a lot too. Mentally, emotionally unstable. So let's hope that that is not who you are attracting. We don't want that. Maybe you get injustice for somebody who is emotionally unstable by meeting your soulmate. That's kind of what I'm getting, because I'm getting too many good cards for it to take a bad turn. That's not what it means. It's not bad. I think in the past you've had somebody who may have been emotionally draining, unstable, clingy, jealous, neurotic. Who knows? They come in all varieties, don't they? Hey. Ancestors have been coming up a lot lately. This is telling us that we have our ancestors protecting us. This is a generational thing. This divine protection that we light workers have is a generational thing. All your ancestors, and I've got some cool ancestors. I've got Washington, Lincoln, Madison, and Grant for one. My son and I get downloads about Grant and from Grant, and he is kind of the energy that is emulating right now, and it's obvious that We do have generational help, and we have come to realize that. The card comes up daily to remind me. Not alone in all of this. None of us are. Love spell. Okay, let me tell you something about the cards. The cards will jump around and talk about a whole bunch of different stuff going on, and it's up to me to decipher it and put the cards kind of where they go. And if you're reading this and you know the story, your personal story more than I do, you can fill in the blanks. This is a generalization. I don't know everybody's exact story, so fill in the blanks where they fit. Love spell. That just means, it says love pot. It's supposed to say love potion, love pot. Number 9. Love potion number 9. So love spell. That just means that there's that Queen of Cups. If there's that love right there coming up. And you're in your North Node. So it looks like a soulmate kind of destiny thing. And I base this on the cards that came up today, plus what's been coming up lately. I mean, tarot sticks to the energy until it changes, and you just get the same readings over and over again sometimes, which is why I take breaks in between readings. Ritual. It's good to do rituals and to sage your house and burn candles and put out good intentions to the world. You manifest your own reality, and this is how you do it. With intentional rituals, words, intentions. Entity attachment. Okay, this goes with that unstable. So there was some kind of person that was unstable that has some kind of entity attachment. It's been coming up a lot lately too. So we're talking about the past person now. Excuse me here. Okay. And enamor. Now we're back to the it keeps going back and forth. Enamor. So someone's enamored with you. It's a female with hearts, and then here you are. Where are you, nice guy? Where's nice guy? Here's nice guy. Over here with hearts. So here you go. Enamor and nice guy. You both have hearts for each other. Do you both realize it? I don't know. Only you can answer that. Or maybe you can't. Is that the answer you're looking for? Is that the sign you're looking for? Well, let's see what the cards say. You're expecting, you're waiting on a sign. Okay, I get it. I'm going to clear out the stuff that doesn't matter right now. I'm going to keep the stuff that does. Gosh, excuse me. I did not just do that on camera. Pardon me. My stomach is empty, when it does that, that's what happens. Okay. We're going to chew you all out of there, and I'm going to have fun cleaning you up later. Okay. So what this is zeroed in on, okay, there's divination gift, and then we've got this, still waiting on a sign, okay, you're still waiting on a sign, and then there's divination and gift, and then you got nice guy, you're a nice guy, and then we came up soon after that with enamor, and then you've got divine masculine, which means soulmate, has an expectation. Now we're getting somewhere. I had to get rid of the other cards first. Unexpected money. Okay, this doesn't have to be, since we're not talking about money at all, either it's jumping around and talking about you have a windfall coming, or it's saying that something tangible and favorable is coming to you. Expectation. Unexpected money. Maybe you're expecting money. Maybe we're jumping around again. Maybe I need to be more specific. Whoops. Maybe you could not do that to me. Fall on the floor all the time. Oh, I love it when I pick up Intuitive Kev's own card himself. Intuitive Kev, trust your intuition. It's number 87, equals to 15. That's Capricorn. And 5 and 1 is 6, which is Gemini. The lovers. Which is relevant, because we're talking about lovers here. Potential lovers. So he says, waiting for a sign, he says, trust your intuition. What does your intuition tell you? Because you have the gift of divination. The gift came out first. You have the gift of divination. This is all becoming coherent now. Okay? Waiting on a sign, and it crosses with trust your intuition. You already know the answer, is what that says. Waiting on a sign, you already know the answer because you have the gift of divination too. Everybody does. Just develop it. Just take a look at it and develop it. You'd be surprised how intuitive you can be. Okay, so you're a nice guy. You're enamored with this woman. She's enamored with you. She's a 63. So that's a 9. So she's a karmic, not a karmic. She is a soulmate because it's an ending. 9, she would be the last person you'd be with. So she'd probably be a good choice. And you're 61, which is a 7, which means action. So you want action. But something's holding you back and blocking you, because that's what this card says. Banish while meditating. So that means you want action, but you don't know what to do. You're a little confused. You can't focus on that right now. Okay. Right. Okay, now I'm going to ask you, cards, specifically, stick to the love reading and the intuition part. What have you to say? What is the sign this person needs? Okay. Intuitive Kev card says trust your intuition. Give them a sign that will spark their intuition and let them know what they need to know. Child card popped out. I put it back because I thought I would just mention it's the child card, which means just trust your intuition, get in touch with your inner child, your higher self. This is my take on it. If it's relevant to you in a different way in your life, then that's what it means to you. Awakening, okay? So awakening, that's also a 4 and a 7, which is an 11, a master number. So there's some kind of divine awakening going on between you two. That's what I'm getting. Oh, look at the bottom card. Thoughts. Somebody has loving thoughts of you. Or you're having loving thoughts, of someone. Or both. The cards suggest both, and that maybe you're both starting to realize it. But then nobody's really gotten a clear sign. Trust your intuition is so. Look at what's on the card bottom next. The bottom card next. Soulmate. That's the soulmate card. That's the ending card. Whoever this is, that's your soulmate. And whatever is going on, the cards indicated that you don't need to do anything to be in alignment with this person and to attract the future and manifest what you want. You don't need to do anything except what you're doing. Trust your intuition, but most of all, go with the flow. And hey, that's our reading for today, guys. And thanks for being here with Kitwitch Tarot. I don't know why I always say Kitwitch. It should be Kitwitch because my cat's around here somewhere. It's Kitwitch Tarot, where I'm always kitschy and a little witchy. And I hope to see you next time. Hope you're having a great holiday season, whatever that means to you. And ciao for now.